Alright y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be giving you guys the correct anime tier list, and if you disagree with me, you're simply wrong. I don't know what to tell you. I don't make the rules. So, we got it set up. This is just a good tier list I found, so if you don't see your favorite anime on here, it is what it is. So, I put in whatever I haven't watched in the never watched category. And S being the highest, obviously zenith of the medium, peak fiction, if you will. Alright, so let's start off with something like Promise Neverland. Jesus Christ, I've never seen a series, so many mixed feelings about everything. The anime was ass. It got rid of the best arc in the manga, so, which was Goldie Pond. The characters are fine. The opening's a banger. The ending was kind of ass. I'm gonna give it a C. Black Clover, man. If there was ever an anime that's just like in the middle, actually no, because like Black Clover's highs far outpasses its lows. So, Austin in the beginning was one of the most annoying characters I've seen in an anime in a while, but he's a lot better now. I enjoy the cast of characters. Some of the best openings in anime, period. So, you know, B tier is fine. Bleach, S tier. Part of the big three. Ichigo's a GOAT. One of the few series that can write women that are both strong, hot, badass, and actually good written characters. Unlike some other series we'll get to in a minute. Alright, so easy S tier. And plus, 1,000 Year Blood Work art right now in the anime going crazy. If you haven't watched it, go watch it now. Blue Exorcist, one of my earlier animes, so I'm a little biased towards it, but I'm gonna try not to be. This anime, it's kind of mid as well, cause like there's nothing like sticks out to you, at least in the anime. In the manga, things have been getting a bit crazier, so I'll give it a B. Dragon Ball Z, easy S. Niggas like to talk so much trash about Dragon Ball Z, which is fair. Dragon Ball Z can be bad, but it's one of the classics, one of the GOATs. There's a reason why so many people love it. Has some of the most iconic scenes in fiction, aka Goku going Super Saiyan like so, and Vegeta, the GOAT, the epitome of great secondary character. Goku is the GOAT. Everything, the Frieza arc, gas. Saiyan Saga, gas. Cell arc, peak. Majin Buu, we don't talk about that, but just this is a great series. Now Dragon Ball Super is some hot ass. Freaking some of the worst animation in the beginning. Battle of Gods, they turned the two movies into actual snooze fest animation episodes, which I didn't care for at all. Universe 6 vs 7 was some hot dog water till Goku went Kaioken Blue. The Goku Black arc was great, not great, it was good until the ending where they just pulled something out of their ass. And speaking of pulling something out of their ass, the entire Tournament of Power. Blue Evolution coming out of nowhere. Why is Kefla stronger than Blue Goku when they were apart? They weren't even stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The entire arc was a snooze fest until the main characters were doing something. But Goku going Ultra Instinct broke the internet, so I will give it some hype points. No, nah, it's staying in D tier, nah. So yeah, that's my opinion about Dragon Ball Super. Death Note, easy S tier. Talk to anyone about Death Note, it's gas. You can put the most basic people that have never watched an anime in their life and they'll love Death Note. Because the themes, the characters, the music, the conflicts, the ideologies in these characters are just so beautiful. Light, You don't want to root for him, but you want to root for him because he's the protagonist, but the things he's doing is scummy as hell. But L, he's like the light and the dark. He's working from the shadows, trying to take down light. He's the GOAT. He's the reason why so many characters and people think they're smarter than they actually are, me included. Now, the near part, people like to say it fell off. Well, yes, I do think it's weird how he figured it out. Light was freaking Kira in like 5 minutes. But outside of that, the ending, God tier, everything, this is fantastic. Attack on Titan, S tier as well. You know why? Because Attack on Titan was running just everything for a long time until it ended, like I think last year. The ending... We don't talk about that panel, but the ending was weird, but everything like before like the final 2 chapters was actually just raw GOAT Kino peak. I'm throwing the word peak around a lot. It's gonna get worse when we get to One Piece, trust me. But y'all already know that's an easy S tier. Don't even need to explain it, but I will. But Attack on Titan is just great. The characters are phenomenal, except for like Mikasa kind of, but like that's besides the point. All right, Boruto, the actual most dog water, bottom of the barrel, abyss fiction, the worst thing. How do you have a series that's more filler than actual content? And half the time, the actual content is garbage unless it's Naruto or Sasuke. It's ass! Even in the manga, it's pure ass! Like, it baffles me how there are actually people that can still defend whatever tragedy this series is. So, easy D tier. But, Full Metal Alchemist, S tier as well. Probably the one series I could honestly say that's close to perfection. I cannot give you a single flaw in Full Metal Alchemist, unlike the other things in S tier. Because Full Metal, phenomenal characters, phenomenal writing, phenomenal antagonists. The openings, bangers as well. Everything was great. Didn't drag itself. Zero filler whatsoever. And it just had a really nice ending. It didn't make me want to kill myself like some other series. So, S tier as well. This is going to be a controversial pick. Fairy Tail gets an A tier from me. Now, before you dislike this video or yell at me in the comment section, hear me out. Fairy Tail, yes, is a Mickey Mouse anime in some scenarios because they're too scared to kill off characters like they should have in the final arc. We're not going to get into who should have died, but if you've watched it, you know who should have died. Now, man, this series is just... Everything I love about Fairy Tail is why One Piece is peak fiction. Because Fairy Tail is like baby One Piece, if that makes sense. Because it copies a lot of things One Piece does right. Hell, even some of the character designs, like shown above. Freaking... But the music, phenomenal as well. The early arcs, my boy Godjiel, the actual best character. I will fight you on this. I don't care. Some pretty good female characters as well in here. Great male cast. Oh, for me, it's an A tier. Now, Haikyuu gets a B tier. Good sports anime. Not better than another one that I see on this list, obviously, because it's just... I'm a meathead, I will admit. Haikyuu does have some really great and phenomenal moments. Overall, it's just like... I don't know, I feel like it's something missing for me, but I give it a B tier. Hunter x. I like to talk a lot of trash about this anime, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But from an objective standpoint, I'm gonna give it an A. Chimera Ant is some of the most dragged out nonsense, but when it gets to the good bits, it's raw. Going absolutely crazy. when he found out Pitou couldn't heal Kite and just demolishing him, I don't care, it's dead. That was insane. Meruem, great antagonist. I love the dynamic of the main character becoming more of a monster as the arc progresses, while the actual antagonist, the Monster King, the Ant King, becomes more human through his interactions with the little blind girl. I think her name was Kuromi or whatever. I'll probably put up a picture right here. So, but it was phenomenal. And man, but think Hisoka, women love to simp over Hisoka. I'll never understand what y'all have about serial killers, but y'all do you. The Hunter exams, first half was pretty ass, too dragged out. The entire them talking in a hallway for 2 episodes straight was not necessary. York knew was pretty good. Greed Island, some hot ass, except for Gon versus the Bomber. That was a great fight. And yeah, easy A tier. JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I get a lot of hate for defending this series. Now, overall, I'm gonna give it a B tier. Now, here's why. Because if I'm counting everything in JoJo, it's B. Because you have the actual peaks of JoJo being part 4, 5, and 7. Those are A tiers. You could debate S. Actually, no, you couldn't. Those are A tiers at the highest. But you got the lows, like part 1, Jonathan, boring character. Zeppeli, he's okay. I couldn't tell you the other half of the cast. Dio, hard carried. Part 2, Joseph Joestar, easy to carry. The pillars are just a meme. We don't care. Cars, forgettable. He's in space. We don't care. Part 3 is in the middle for me. And here's why. Because the first half of part 3 feels incredibly unnecessary. It's just Jotaro and all the gang just beating villain of the week until they get to the desert. And then it's villain of the week until they get to Dio. Now, when they get to Dio, that's when things just fly off the roof. Gets insane, crazy. But the lead up to it is kind of a snooze fest. I mean, it's raw because Jotaro's cool and all the cast are cool, but like, man, it did not need to be 48 episodes long. But then you got the highs, part 4, 5, and 7. Part 4, honestly, Josuke's a GOAT. The entire cast of characters is actually just such a nice breath of fresh air. The antagonist Kira is honestly debatably my favorite antagonist in JoJo. Part 5, my undisputed favorite, Giorno the GOAT. The cast, peak. Diavolo, he's alright, but he got destroyed in the greatest way possible, but my favorite stand right here. Go to experience a Requiem. Raw, unironically, can solo your favorite verse if he wanted to. Cause let's say Goku tries to hit him, he can say no. That's Raw. Part 7. Now, the first half of part 7 is kinda eh. But the second half, when Funny Valentine, I can't say that, gets introduced with D4C and D4C Love Train and Tusk Act 4 with Johnny Joestar is so cool. I haven't read part 8. I will update that on the future. Now, Kuroko's basketball. Everything that Haikyuu does, Kuroko's does better. I'm a black guy, so inherently, basketball's cool to me. I'm a meathead. Dragon Ball's cool to me. Now, when you combine these two concepts together, you get Kuroko's basketball. Akashi Seiji, though, right here, he is literally me. He is so damn cool when he gets introduced. Every scene he is in, I'm like, damn, why is this nigga so raw? And I'm just puzzled, baffled. I don't mean a raw ass nigga. I just don't know what to tell you. Him versus Kagami, it got my blood boiling. So, easy S tier. My Hero Academia. So many highs, but so many lows. My God, bro. I might give it a B. Because Okay, so early My Hero was good. I could really say I enjoyed the early half of My Hero. Everything before, like, actually, no, everything after Overhaul's defeat kind of started to drag for me until they got to the war arc, which is the anime's in right now. I'm not gonna say too much of what happens for my anime only watchers, but things get crazy, and a lot of bodies do pile up. Shigaraki is one of my favorite villains, period. From a design standpoint, motive standpoint, and power standpoint, he's just cool. Deku, did not like him in the beginning. I've grown on him now. Don't care much for the female cast at all, outside of like 3 characters. I'm not gonna lie to you. They don't do them that justice. Hell, even for the side characters, most of them don't do nothing until the recent chapters in the manga. Dobby's a cool ass villain. A lot of just great villains, honestly, all around. So, but the lows are just so garbage. So yeah, B tier from me. Naruto, S tier. You cannot argue. Naruto is a lot of people's starter animes, and there's a good reason. Because it starts off with so many iconic arcs. You got the Land of Waves with Zabuza. Personally, my favorite arc from part 1, probably in Naruto. Then you got the Chunin exams, right? And everyone loves the Chunin exams. You got Lee versus Gaara. I don't know why they put Sakura and Ino versus... no one cared. Freaking Tenten getting her back blown out by Tamari. Thank God, because she was annoying. You had Neji versus Naruto. A clash of ideals. And my Naruto pushed through and defied destiny. That's my goat. Then you had Sasuke versus Gaara. Sasuke pulling up with new drip, new abilities. And then you got the destruction of the leaf. Naruto versus Gaara. Gaara could have ended up in the same way as Naruto if he really chose to. And vice versa. Beautiful storytelling. Then you got the Sasuke retrieval arc. Literally one of the greatest things I've ever seen. The final clash in the final valley, and we come back to that in the future. Then you have Naruto Shippuden, which we'll talk about in a minute. But then part 1, oh yeah, and the Tsunade retrieval arc, that one's good, but it has some really great moments. I'm not gonna talk about it because if I do, someone's gonna kill me. He's watching this video right now, so anyways, 7 Deadly Sins, D tier. Oh my god, I've never been such disappointed by an anime in my life, bro. Jesus. How did you have such a good first season and a decent second season and then plummet from there? Both the anime and the manga. It was just straight ass. People, it's so bad. People just started nicknaming the 7 Deadly Sins the 7 Deadly Predators, all because of this one panel. You can't defend this. I can't defend this. This series is ass. And now they got the worst continuation I've ever seen. Probably worse than Boruto. I don't know how you do that. So yeah, 7 Deadly Sins, easy D tier. Noragami, the epitome of mid. It's not bad. It's not great. It's just in the middle. I finished the anime years ago, came back, rewatched it, tried reading the manga, and I'm just like, damn, I don't really care what's going on. Yato carries for me. Outside of Yato, I don't care for most of the characters. So, yeah, C tier for me. Alright, now we get on the peak fiction. The best of the best. Zenith. No, hold on. No, I don't care. Anyways. But yeah, One Piece should get its own tier, to be honest. You just can't match it. While I will admit, there are some arcs that are kinda garbage. Like Punk Hazard, Snooze Fest. Freaking, what else? Fishman Island, Snooze Fest. Skypiea is fire. Don't worry about what Twitter's saying. Then we what? No, let's get to the highs. You have Wano, Marineford. You have freaking Water 7. No, let's gonna talk about one to make sure the video doesn't get too long. Gear 5. I don't care if you got spoiled just now. The greatest reveal I've seen. It had me on the edge of my seat for 2 weeks every day. It's wondering what the hell is happening with this panel. And then flash forward 2 weeks, I see my GOAT back. Better than ever. One of the greatest transformation designs I've ever seen. It's literally my profile pic on some of my social medias. It's just raw. Has my favorite group of characters in an anime. Zoro, Luffy, Sanji, Nami, Robin, Chopper, Frankie, Brook, and Jinbei. All GOATs. Not a single one is a fraud, except for maybe Jinbei, but Sanji, the actual GOAT of the series, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah, easy SS tier. Now, One Punch Man. I'm gonna give it an A tier. If you read the manga, you would understand. Things are so insane in this series, and it just keeps getting better. Saitama versus Goro was some of the coolest panels I've seen in a series. The entire Monster Association versus the heroes was so gas. And in the anime season 1, if you didn't watch One Punch Man back then, truly, what the hell were you doing? And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Do yourself that justice. Because this series, while in theory you would think it's retarded, oh my god, it's a man that one punches everything. No, it's a lot better than that, because it doesn't only focus around him. It actually focuses more on the side characters who are honestly really intriguing, like Tatsumaki, Bang, Genos, Atomic Samurai sometimes, and a whole bunch of characters. And I really like that. Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm just gonna put this in a never watch before I get crucified in the comments by some specific people. Soul Eater, A tier. Soul Eater, I don't have really any complaints with it, except for the ending, which was actually dog doo-doo. Because freaking Maka just saying, oh, I'm brave. That's the opposite of fear. GG, I win. That was garbage. But everything before that was gas. Easily my favorite character were also right there. My GOAT, Death the Kid, and Black Star. Coolest niggas in the series. Bar to none. So, I have really no complaints with this series. It's just great overall. I'm pretty sure it's still on Netflix or Crunchyroll or somewhere. If you can watch it, do yourself that justice. And finally, Naruto Shippuden. A tier. It's not an S. I'm gonna be real with y'all. And here's why. The Pain arc, realistically, isn't an S tier on its own. But the Great Ninja War had just so many things I didn't like about it. Cause the whole Kaguya situation, the video games really carry this arc for me. But then if you actually watch the anime, it's just so disappointing sometimes. But it had one of the most beautiful endings I've ever seen in a series of Naruto, completing everything he said he was going to do on episode 1. And it's just beautiful to see it all come full circle. The whole Sasuke and Naruto final battle is some of the greatest animations, storytelling in a fight, period. So, I just don't know what to tell you. But, yeah, this is the tier list going from S to A, or S to D, in no particular order, except for One Piece being at number 1, because if you disagree, I don't care. So yeah, this is the correct anime tier list. Like, comment, subscribe, like the video. You don't have a choice, because I'm correct, and I will see you in the next one. Johnny!